What's up, guys? This is Dr. McFarland, and I was excited to get an email. Not email, I actually saw somebody on Facebook said, hey, 3.0 is out today. So I said, sweet, let's go home and let's hook it up to the computer. And this is what you see here in front of me. And I'm about to hit the button to do the update. And then what we'll do, we'll just quickly skim through some of the features, and I'm going to take the record out of my Blue Guitar Amp 1, and we're going to go through some of the new overdrives, and there's like some poly wham and polytune and poly other effects. So let's just check it out, and here we go. So we're going to go ahead and hit update and rebooting device. So this will turn off, as you see. And then after it's done thinking, it'll turn back on and do all that. So let me go ahead and get hooked up to the record out on this, and then we'll play some tones. All right. There's that. So we're about 33% complete. And there should be a question on the screen here. Let me pull this up. Let's do this. What is your favorite feature on the Line 6 3.0 update? Let me do this. Let me go here. Let me go over here. Yeah. All right. So here is basically the updates. Now I'm not going to have the amps and cabs, but when I update the Helix native plugin that I have, I will have the Fender Princeton Reverb and two Diesel 4 VH4 channels, the Mega channel and the Lead channel. So I'll probably do a different video for that. But basically right now I just wanted to give you the update, and it says it's updated. So release notes. Is that going to give me the same thing I have over here? Probably. Yeah, it's the same thing. All right, we'll just stay on this page for now. All right, so what we can see here, let's make this a little bit bigger so you can actually see it. Something like that. All right, so if I go to, make sure you can hear me. Is it preferences? I can't remember where it tells me. Let me turn it off and then turn it back on, and it should tell me here on the screen. All right, so firmware 3.0. All right. So we're going to look at some Horizon Drive, Swedish Chainsaw, and a bunch of other stuff here. So it's basically some new drives and some fuzzes and Horizon Gate, which is good for like really high gain kind of stuff. Let me get my thing here. All right, so if you're watching, give me your name, where you're from, and which feature is your favorite so far of what you've seen. And if you haven't seen anything, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to have to tune. And what we'll do, we'll make a blank preset. And then we'll just start checking out the different drive options here. And it says that the Helix Native is going to have the same strobe type tuner, which is great. And I don't use the Helix Native plugin tons, but I do like using it for like vocal effects. And if I need to lay down a guitar part, then I have that available. But for the most part, I use the Headrush Gig Board for all my guitar and bass tones. But that's not to say that I can't use a Helix Native for some stuff. Alright, that should be fine. Yeah, let me make sure I turn that down. Alright, cool. Let's go to mode. And right now I'm up there. So let's just go to 10 is already used. Oh, come on. Let's go to preset 20. And this should be blank. So we're going to go to signal flow. And I'm going to add in my block real fast. Send and return, mono. And then a fixed loop 2. So what that does, since I'm using the 4 cable method with the Blue Guitar Amp 1, it allows me to get all the proper connections from the power amp to the preamp and all that fun stuff. So, alright, so let's go to the front here. Press the big knob, distortion, mono, and we're looking for the Horizon drive. And there it is. Okay. So this is based on the Precision Horizon Devices Precision Drive. Includes an extra gate range parameter that, when set to extended, drops the gate's threshold down to 90 dB. All right, cool. Cool. Gate range extended. All right, so so you heard it just now, like when I held up my note, the extended gate range cut off the note because the signal went down below 90 dB. So let's actually go back to authentic, so it's just more authentic. I'm not sure where the attack is supposed to be, but it only goes up to 6. Then the bright, there's like a bright parameter, gate, and a level. So, alright, let's check it out. Alright, I'm slamming my preamp here, so... Not bad. It's pretty bright. Let's turn that back down. Let's crank the drive all the way up. Oh, weird. Alright, I've never used a Horizon drive, so Alright, so we'll keep the attack open. Let's turn the gate off. I mean, it's okay. It's pretty cool. Let's go to the next block. Make sure that one's off. And now we're looking for a Swedish chainsaw, which is the Boss HM2 Heavy Metal Distortion. Made in Japan, Black Label. Okay. So we're once again going to go to the mono and Swedish. Legendary. There it is. Swedish chainsaw. Alright, once again, I mean, it's cool. Alright, this is a direct sound, so I could pull in my 2x12 cab in here and get a more of an amp sound, amp in the room sound, but alright, that's fine. Let's go here and let's pull in, let's do a fuzz. I really want to try the Ram's Head Big Muff Pie. So we're going to look for the Bighorn Fuzz. Okay, so distortion, mono, and all the fuzzes are at the bottom. Oh, come on. I hit something. Pocket fuzz, that was one of them. Let's just try the pocket fuzz real fast, okay? That's fine. Let's do the big knob. Let's go to the Bighorn Fuzz, which is the 1973 Electro Harmonix Ram's Head Big Muff Pie. Alright, that's fine. Let's go ahead and put on just a tad bit of reverb, because it is a fairly dry sound. Let's go to Legacy and Room. pretty fun. So we got sustain, tone, and level, just like the real pedal. Alright, bringing the sustain down will bring down the amount of gain. Yeah, if you want to get real nasty, this would be the pedal for you. So with the tone at 0, it's like having the tone knob counterclockwise, and that's the brightest that it can be. Actually, no, sorry, it's the darkest that it can be. And then let's go the other direction. Let's see how bright we can get it. That's cool. I like that sound a lot. I like the ram's head a little bit better than the other Big Muff Pi. I guess, I don't know, it sounds a little bit better to me. Alright, I'm gonna grab my cab real fast. Because I have to hear this in the room. It sounds so cool. Moving cables. And let's go here. Alright, so I'm not going to have a mic on this cab, but you will hear it. You will hear it in the room. Oh, yeah. That's pretty fun. Let's go back to the Horizon Drive. Let's bring down the mix of the room a little bit so it's not so wet. Alright, now let's try the Swedish Chainsaw. Alright, that's cool. Turn that off, and let's go to Ballistic Fuzz with his Euthymia ICBM fuzz. I don't know what that is, but Ballistic Fuzz. Here we go. Wow, that sounds cool. So once again, if you're just looking for something totally filthy, then those are pretty good options there. All right, now we're getting into the poly sustain. And this is a delay pedal. So let's go here. And let's go down to delay. How long have we been going? About 20 minutes? We'll go for 30 minutes here. We'll be done. We'll be done shortly, folks. I just want to kind of go through some of these. Pitch echo. What am I looking for? Poly sustain. Come on. Poly. Glitch delay. Is that? There is a glitch delay. Alright, let's go to that one first. So this one has a delay lets you freely manipulate the repeats behavior in real time. Octaves determines the likelihood of repeats playing back an octave higher or lower. Alright, let's check that out. So we have time, which is the delay time. Subdivisions. Divides the delay time into smaller increments. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely glitchy. It's pretty cool though. Octave. Reverse. I like reverse. Smooth. Alright, that's interesting. I want to find the poly delay. Huh, where is it? That was called glitch delay. No, it is poly sustain. Poly sustain. Why can't I see this? I'm looking. That's weird. I don't see it. It is pretty cool. I like the gate for noisy vendors. Yeah, that would be a good use for that. I'm not seeing the poly sustain, fellers. I'm not seeing it. Let's go back. See, I'm in delay. It should be in mono. And maybe because I have like some other stuff in here. Let's see if that's the case. I may have run out of options or DSP. So let's get rid of the other stuff. Okay. Let's look for it now. There it is. Polysustain. That's weird. So if you don't have enough DSP, I guess it's not even going to show up at all. So there you go. There you go, folks. I'm not sure what I'm doing. All right. Let's try it out. So, all right. So it's a stomp to a foot switch. By default, polysustain appears bypassed. Yeah, it does. First, play the note or chord you wish to sustain, and then press the foot switch. So yeah, let's play this. Alright, let's move. Oh, weird. Let's do this. So let's play in D. That's cool. Ha! Alright, that's kind of neat. There is a decay time, so when you bypass the effect, let's put this on 1:1. So let's try this one more time. Hear how it gradually fades out over the course of a measure. It's kind of neat. So you gotta have it off first. All right, I like that. That's kind of cool. Poly pitch. Designed as shifting complex chords. Auto EQ, poly synth. There's a capo and there's a 12 string. All right, let's try the 12 string real fast. All right, so let's get rid of this poly pitch. Let's go back. And let's go to pitch synth. And it should be under just mono. So there's the pitch wham. And there's my poly pitch. All right, so no, I need to be 12 string. Sorry, 12 string. All right, let's check it out. All right, let's actually move the 12 string to the front. All right, definitely sounds cool. And really all you have is the blend, the bass, treble, and level. So let's turn this all the way up. Now, I had a 12 string and I sold it after about 6 months because it was pretty much impossible to stay in tune. But I like this effect a lot because I can still get that sound, but I don't have to worry about the tuning issues and stuff. So Shoot, what is it? Yeah, I mean, it is very chorusy. If you listen to a 12 string, it definitely has that doubling effect because even though you try, you may not always get the same, like, exact pitch on both of the strings. So that's, you do get that chorusy effect. So, and you can blend it in. So you can have your normal signal and then just blend in a little bit of 12 string sound. All right, now this is cool. I'm going to go ahead and try this out. Excuse me. Let's go to Poly Capo. And you sell it. Well, that was pretty much the case for me, Stefan. Is it Stefan? Steven? I think it's probably Stefan. I don't know. Simpler version of the poly pitch. When you just want to change keys, works equally well on guitar and bass, although you might want to tweak the auto EQ parameter for your particular instrument. See poly pitch notes above. Okay, so poly pitch. All right, so this is basically just gonna be a capo. So all right, so there's 0. I'm playing a D chord right now. Let's bring it up 2 half steps, so +2, and this should be in the key of E. All right, now fast, extra fast. Extra stable, so yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, I still hear like some warble kind of sounds in there, so it's not like totally clean, like you use a regular capo. Because here's a capo right here, right? So here's a capo. Let's turn this off, and I'm gonna put this on the 2nd fret, and here's what a D chord sounds like up a whole step. All right, now take the capo off, and this is what we get with the effect on. That's not bad, really. Auto EQ, let's turn that all the way up just to see what happens. Okay, let's make the tracking on stable. Fast. All right, now I think it's better possibly if you play single note lines versus like full chords maybe, because here's extra fast. Right, and that's just playing single notes. Here's a full chord. I mean, yeah, it's really not bad. Especially in a full band mix. I mean, you're not really going to hear, you're not going to hear all that. So, yeah, it's not bad. All All right, let's do like one more because I gotta go. My wife is like, Nathan, where you at, fool? I was like, sorry, I'm playing around. Poly pitch. All right, let's try the poly pitch thing. Then we'll be done. Poly pitch, sense, shift, tracking. Now I'm assuming this is kind of like a Pog 2 from Electro-Harmonix, so. Okay, my girls are saying dinner is ready, so here we go. All right, let's turn on some overdrive. All right, so I turn the mix down a little bit. Let's do 50%. Go back to clean. Would you put that in the front or the back of the chain? So my pitch stuff is on the front of the chain. Because if it's after tons of effects, it more than likely is not going to track as well as if you had it, hello, here's my face. So if you had it, before, so. Let's turn some delay on. All right, so there's the octave. Return time, shift curve. Let's put the tracking up. All right, that was pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's go back to signal flow. And I think there is a way. So, like, let's say I want that saved, right? I hit action. And now, snap bypass. I thought there was a way I could save that as a default. I have to check that out later. But there is a way to set it as a default setting. So that way it doesn't go to a stock setting every single time. You can kind of save your preset blocks as you want, especially if you use it all the time. Like for me, the OCD pedal, the compulsive drive, always starts off with way too much gain. I always turn it down. Well, in this case, now that we have 3.0 update, I can store that setting as my default setting with the gain already down how I like it, so I don't always have to go back and readjust parameters and all that, which is great. I love that. So. Alright, let's turn the decay up on this room. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and write a song with these new effects. and hopefully release it in the next week or so. But yeah, there's a lot to dive in on this, and when I update the Helix native plugin, which I have, I'll go through some of the new 8 blocks in the HX Stomp. That's pretty great. It was only 6 before, now it's 8. So if you want a great little pedal, the HX Stomp is definitely one to get, because it's super tiny and it has everything that the full size Helix has. And if you have like a little external foot switch thing with MIDI control, you can basically have a very small rig that's still very, very powerful. So all right, guys, I gotta go, but thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below and click the bell so you'll be notified when I release future videos about the new update. And keep rocking. I'll